Hey guys, welcome back to Investor Bros. So today we're going to be talking about a blog that we wrote on our website, and basically what we're talking about right now is just why building a credit history is so important, why having credit cards is so important. And the blog starts off with a statistic that's actually pretty crazy that only 33% of 18 to 29-year-olds have a credit card. That means 66% of 18 to 29-year-olds don't have credit history, which is absolutely crazy because that's actually the time span that you're supposed to be building your credit for when you move out, for when you have to get a loan for a house, get a loan for a car maybe, and all these big milestones that you go through. This time span of 11, 12 years, credit is incredibly important during these milestones in life. So to begin with, credit is essential for loans. So basically what I mean by this is without credit you can't get any loans. At the end of the day, these banks or lenders or whoever's lending you money needs to know that you're gonna be able to pay it back off. You're gonna be able to return their money. You know, as an investor, I would be like, okay, if I'm loaning this guy $300,000, I want to make sure that I'm gonna get my $300,000 back. Nobody wants to be finessed out of $300,000 just because they didn't do their due diligence, making sure that that someone that they lended the money to can pay it back off. Credit essentially reflects how capable somebody is of paying something off. And I wrote this on the blog, and I remember back to when I got my first car. And keep in mind, my first car was only like $10,000. They were offering me 23% interest rate. I would have to pay $2,300 extra just for taking out that loan. Now, thankfully, I had all the cash, and I bought it, straight cash, bought it completely there. I don't owe anything to anyone. Now imagine how important this is when it comes to taking out a $300,000 loan for a house. Just for a $300,000 house, every 1%, let alone 23%, every 1% stands for $3,000. So a big percentage, it adds up. So then you think, oh, well, loans are only if I'm buying things. What if I'm renting a house and stuff like that? Credit still affects you when you're renting because the landlord will still want to make sure that you're going to pay the $1,500 or whatever it is a month in rent. He still wants to make sure that you're genuinely responsible. Genuinely, people with good credit and good financial standing have a little bit of responsibility for their life. Think about it. If you've been working so hard for so many years on your credit score, and it's a good credit score, it's like 780 or something like that, the landlord's going to be like, there's no way he's not going to pay me a month. He's not going to risk years of a clean slate of paying it off on time to having a derogatory mark on his credit history. So you can basically miss out on just renting a place by having a bad score. If it ever comes down to two people fighting for a spot, who knows where life's gonna take you. If you need this spot desperately and you're going to get somebody else, please make sure credit isn't the deciding factor that takes you down. Matter of fact, use credit to your advantage, and that's how you're gonna get the loan. Regardless, building credit is so important that you can't miss out on it. Credit even affects you in car insurance. When you're putting all your information in for the car insurance, when they're going to give you a quote for how much you're going to have to pay a month on car insurance, they take into consideration your credit history. They see your credit score, and then they base it off of, okay, is this guy responsible enough not only to pay me back monthly for my monthly services, which is to provide you auto insurance, but at the same time, if this guy is responsible with credit, he must be responsible in general. He's going to be responsible. He's going to be a responsible driver, as opposed to somebody who's a mess, doesn't pay back anything, doesn't really have a job to pay back his debt that maybe he took out loans for. It'll reflect on maybe his driving too. So these car insurance companies, they look at your credit score too. So to get a lower rate, you need a good credit score as well. If you're starting a business and you need a business loan, they're gonna look at your credit score. And business loans can make or break your business. So at the end of the day, do you want to risk a whole business on if you have a good credit score or not? No, you have to make sure that that's fine. That's it's essential. Credit scores are essential. Even cell phone contracts, because you end up taking out loans for the new iPhone 11 that you pay off over 2 years, and to even approve you of that, they need a credit score for that too. Credit scores even help you when applying for a job. Employers are always looking for responsible candidates for their positions, and a good credit score is literally a flex. Like, you can flex your 800 credit score. A good credit card is a flex. You know the typical flimsy plastic credit cards? Alright, there's titanium, there's heavy metal credit cards, which are a flex. Just feeling the difference is nutty. A credit score can also give you more negotiation power. If you're negotiating even a salary for a job. Who knows, just because you had a good credit score, you might even get a $10,000 increase on your salary without even knowing it. The guy will just put you at $110,000 instead of $100,000 salary. Just because he sees your responsibilities, he gets a better feeling of you, gets a better impact of you. He trusts you a little more. Alright, well, apart from how important credit actually is to getting loans and stuff like that, and so many, important steps in these next coming years for us Gen Z, let's look at the rewards of having credit cards. Why should I use a credit card other than just building credit history? To begin with, you're gonna have to spend money. You spend money with your debit card, cash, whatever it is. You spend money. You go to Taco Bell every now and then. You go out to Chipotle to eat with your friends. You spend money. Why don't you get cash back for this money? Why don't you get rewarded for spending this money? And you think, why would I get rewarded for spending this money? I'm spending it. The reward is what I paid for. But no, these credit card companies literally pay you. They give you money. They pay you just for using their credit card. Each credit card is different. They offer various rewards. You can get cash back, airline miles for traveling, free travel, reward points that you can use on cashback, miles, gift cards for restaurants for free food, or maybe even grocery stores. There's so many rewards you get just for using your credit cards. Matter of fact, these AirPods right here that I have right now, I got it simply on cashback, and I got it for free basically, just for using my Discover credit card. For free, dude. The way I got them is that my Discover credit card offered to match all the cashback that I accumulated the first year. They offered to match that, so basically doubled it. So I accumulated I think it was $75 of cashback in 1 year, just $75 free dollars just for spending stuff on that card, for using that card. And since they matched it, it turned into $150, and I just said, you know what? These credit card companies offer 2 to 5% on just any purchase, really, in select categories. You can get cash back on gas that you need to spend on gas anyways, because how you gonna drive your car? Shopping, whatever you want to shop, your Yeezys, you get cash back on your Yeezys. Hotels have special deals with these credit cards. Hotels will offer you free nights to stay sometimes, or maybe a 50% off a night just for using your American Express card at the Hilton or something. There's different credit cards that offer different benefits. So for example, you have the American Airlines credit cards and stuff like that, and you just use them to normally buy everything you want, but the rewards are in airline miles. So every dollar is 2 to 3 miles. And and you're spending that money anyways. But you're getting rewarded for it. And you're getting free travel, or like I said, you're getting free cashback, free money that I can use on whatever. You can get free gift cards for free food. It's just a no-brainer. Credit cards offer so many benefits. It's just benefit on top of benefit on top of benefit. And another great feature that credit cards have is that it protects you against fraud. With your debit card, if you ever get, your information stolen at a 7-Eleven pump, they spend $500 on your card somehow, somebody hacked your information, they spend money on your card, that money is lost. The majority of the time, you're not going to be able to recover it. Whereas a credit card, it doesn't directly impact your bank account, because at the end of the day, you have to pay off the balance. If there's a balance of $500 because somebody stole it and committed fraud on your credit card, it could easily be wiped out of your credit card balance. You just got to tell them that. They freeze the card. They take out that balance. They take out the $500 deduction. And you're on with your life. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect your bank account. Your bank account and your credit card are completely different. You link both of them so you can pay off with your bank account money. You pay off the credit card. So they're not even linked. They're not the same thing. I have a TD Bank debit card and I have a Discover credit card. They have nothing to do with each other. Also, a lot of credit cards have purchase protection. So that means that I can buy a Mac today. If somebody steals my Mac on the way out of the mall, these credit cards have purchase protection. They'll refund your money back and you'll get a brand new Mac. Tell me what debit card does that. At the end of the day, there's so many benefits to having a credit card, and there's actually so many cons to not building credit with a credit card, that at the end of the day, you're just missing out on stuff. If you guys want to check the blog out with a couple meme references in there, just trying to make finance a little bit more fun for you guys, click the link down below. I have the blog linked down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, make this channel grow. If you guys want to bring up some negative points on credit cards, be happy to comment under, and I will debate you guys on that. As always, stay safe, guys, with this whole pandemic going on. Have a great day and happy investing.